Hello, Vlogalogue. How you doing? I'm doing pretty swell. I'm getting ready to not be recording these videos upside down in the bed and actually be able to record them at a proper camera. Well, actually, that probably won't happen for like another 3 weeks from your perspective, but I'll be going home in 2 weeks. And I have to say, I'm feeling a little bit homesick. I haven't been, to New Hampshire in, a million years from my perspective. Anyway, that'll become a little bit relevant later on in the video. But first, let's talk about space again, because space is pretty much the most excellent topic of all of them. Kevin clearly watches 2001: A Space Odyssey too much because he got all existential on us. And Niall could just see he was like, oh, I'll go to space, but then here are all the terrible things that will happen afterwards, in true Niall fashion. Luke decided to set an example because he apparently went to space, and doesn't have very good internet, so therefore couldn't upload a video this week. Sorry, International Space Station people, we'll try to get you better internet. And Jocelyn's like, why go to space? It'd be cool, but I don't know if I'd do it unless I had a reason. At least that's what I took for all these people's videos. You may have taken something completely different, because video making is like an art. And I don't know. That's my thoughts on their thoughts. Anyway, going back to what I was talking about, I'm feeling a little bit homesick. So let's talk about the concept of a home, because Kevin wanted to talk about that. Specifically, why would we own homes? And do people in my generation even want to own a home? Or is it just a big waste of money, time, and resources? So certainly if I'm by myself, I would absolutely not want to own a home. It would just kind of be a big empty place that's boring. I live in a one-bedroom apartment right now, and I think if I stayed single for the rest of my life and had no friends and didn't want to live with roommates, then I'd absolutely not want a home. However, that isn't going to be the case for me, because I do have friends, and I do have roommates that I'm trying to get set up with, a subset of my friends, and turn them into roommates, and move to Seattle. And so I'm actually actively in, the housing market, looking for rental homes. I won't be in the financial situation to purchase a home for perhaps quite some time, mostly due to school loans, unless some miracle occurs. But renting a home is something I'd absolutely want to do, and in fact, I might be doing it in less than a year's time. And I'm talking about a real home that someone built. And so I think if you get enough people together, it's not a wasteful thing to do. But even a married couple, they don't need a home either. I think 2 people is still too small a number of people to have a home for. You just need a small, 1-bedroom apartment. When you start getting 2 or 3 bedrooms plus, then I think homes make sense. But before that, they're so inefficient, because everyone has their own subsystem and plot of land and all this stuff. You could get you built a multi-story house, you can put centralized heating and cooling and hot water and all that stuff, and it's a lot more efficient and a lot more space savings. And it's a lot cheaper as well. There's of course that whole weird value assessment of how much homes cost, and homes will gain money, and you're putting money into something, and then eventually you can sell it when you're done using it and want to move somewhere else. But I won't even pretend to understand the mathematics and the weirdness that goes along with that, because I don't, because a home will depreciate in value, whereas rentals, you're just putting a smaller amount of money than you would normally in a monthly mortgage into, that money just disappears, but the mortgage goes into the value of the home, but the value of the home goes down or up over time, because it depends on where you buy it, and if you're doing renovations, and if you're putting more money into the home, I don't know. It's super confusing, and I can make guesses about how it might work, and I can make educated guesses about where I might be able to make money in the housing market, but beyond that, I can't really speak to it. Anyway, that's really all I have to say on homes. I think homes are just if you have enough people, sure, but if not, you're probably just better off waiting until you can either A, make more people, B, find more people, or C, just don't do it. Anyway, I'm very curious to see where this goes, especially because Kevin requested this topic, so I'm imagining he'll have a fairly interesting video. Ooh, setting expectations high, Kevin. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'll see you all next week. Bye!